jumping into game number 2 between Hack and Happy. And here we are. Starting to the top right, bottom right, sorry, the other top. We have the Red Terran player. It is StarTale Hack, leading in the best of 3 series with 1-0. Looking pretty confident here. And his opponent starting to the top left. In the blue, it is Happy.
Well,
looks a little bit sad.
I feel like
he's not slightly amused anymore.
You know, if Hack gets a quick 2-0 here, it'll be like the toy in his Happy Meal. And honestly, like,
I see what he did there.
And sometimes those toys when you're a kid can be quite fun to play with. My favorite at the time as a kid for Happy Meals was when they were doing this. They did this in the United States where they had the 101 Dalmatians, some sort of promotion for them, and there were literally 101 different toys that you could get. You know, different types of Dalmatians, or 101 figures. So everyone starts collecting these and trading them, and it was actually so exciting, like, to get this. See, like, what Happy Meal thing you're gonna get, because it's like, oh, I got a rare one, like nobody has this.
I would have bet money that you were actually a huge fan. You know those small trolls that they had with the hair that you can move?
I have some of those in my house. Not in Korea.
I knew it!
Not in Korea, but no, I have some of those in my house back in the United States. After I moved out, I sent them back to my parents' place, but yeah, my sister.
And you miss them every day.
My sister used to play with those, man. I didn't play with them. I don't know what you're trying to say.
Of course you did. You so did. Different hairstyle every day.
Oh,
Look
man.
at you.
They had different colors and everything, man. I just didn't know what to do. Well, this gas first gets spotted by Happy. And he's going to be happy that he can know this. And when you scout this early, you always get this information. There's no way that you're going to... If your opponent goes gas first, you're going to know about it. There's no way he can, like, stop you. He's not going to be able to wall you out, and it's not a huge 4-player map, so... Gets in. Needs to get out, though, if he wants to save that SCV. You know?
Happy knows exactly what he's up against right now, and he starts with the double refinery right away. The one thing that you, of course, want to have is the Viking. As soon as you have the Viking out, you are kind of safe against your opponent's Cloaked Banshees. You have to make sure that you have the energy on the command centers as well, so timings are very important here. But Happy is still starting with his very early expansion. So this time he doesn't have to defend against some kind of double barracks opening. And Hack mixing it up a little bit. I appreciate this. He's going for the second refinery, and therefore will have a lot of gas. Definitely going to be a Stargate build. And as you can already see, the starport to the top right, where currently the barracks is the factory is floating towards to get the add-on, get the tech lab.
And this for Happy could not be more obvious. He knows exactly what's going on, and this is a good feeling for him. Gonna get his command center up safely, move it down, and as long as he deals with the harassment that he knows is coming, he should be fine. This is like, I don't know. It's like knowing is so important in TPT, and just from the get-go here, there's no disadvantage he's going to have. He's not even making his eBay yet, because he knows it's not even the timing. He's like, well, I'll just wait a little bit longer.
He might
save
just
scans.
Yeah, he might just rely on his scans, exactly. We have him currently not only with the factory, but also with the reactor, and of course Cloak just started for Hack. Exactly what you would expect here. But this time it's Hack who has the later expansion, so we'll find out how he's going to deal with this. And the most important question is, how much damage are those Banshees actually able to deal to his opponent? We've seen Terran players who knew about the gas first, who were aware of exactly what was going to happen, but at the same time, the Banshees were able to always find a sweet spot where turrets were not able to detect them, to make sure that they were visible to the Marines and to the Vikings, and they still killed a lot of units. So this could still go either way.
And something to think about is Hack may pull a Maka Prime with this and go for only Marines and any units he can find with the Banshee, and then just follow up with a timing attack after he's killed most of his opponent's defensive units. That's something that would be really scary as well. He is going to make a command center. I can see his SCV floating around at the natural boom. SCV drops that chunk of metal out of his pocket, starts building on it, and this attack needs to do damage if he's going to try to transition into a normal game. It really does. And the positioning here, look, he's like, alright, this is about the timing the Banshee's going to fly, and he moves his Marines together, sees the Banshee now with his SCV, There's nothing at the natural. And at this point, the Viking will pop out, perfectly timed. And all he has to do is scan. With the scans, he's saved. No, he didn't save. Well, he saved one. And there it is.
Yes, and that's all he needs. Oh, he actually needs two. Look at this. The Banshee getting away here and moving in once again, trying to shoot away at this reactor. Is he able to kill down a few more units? Yes, indeed he is. And even if he only killed, yeah, the second scan, so worth it.
I'm not sure why people do not make one turret next to their production facilities in this case. Always, I think, is worth it to have one turret there. It's going to be useful. See, now he's doing it, but guess what? It's too late.
And this Banshee is so worth it in total. I mean, there is going to be another scan, but look at how many units he's actually able to kill. And another SCV, and another Marine, and another one, and the scan. This is brilliant. These are trades. I would take them any day.
Yeah. This, if they were trading Pokemon cards or 101 Dalmatian Happy Meal toys, this would be a good trade. For Hack, of course, not for Happy.
Huh? What?
You know.
No. Trading Happy Meal toys for Pokemon cards?
Yeah, man. Or, you know, what? Well, that's not what I was suggesting, but you know, now I think about it, I should have thought about that when I was younger.
When I was in school, my friend, we didn't have any Pokemon cards. We traded marbles. Well, I'm actually not kidding.
That's what my father told me.
Wow, low blow, my friend, low blow.
But my father did once show me his marble collection. I
am your father.
My father's marble collection was pretty cool, Anakin. All right, like this push from Hack is similar to the one I was talking about with Maka. It's not a one base all in per se, but it's going to force him to lift, and now he's in a pretty decent spot where he can continue to use this Banshee to be annoying.
The correct response would, by the way, have been a desperate no.
I know, but
I hope so. You're the Star Wars expert here.
But you're not my real father.
Don't say that. This is mean.
I know you adopted me after you came to Korea, even though I was here first.
This is mean too, by the way. This Banshee is actually just going for it, and once again, a delayed Banshee doing a lot of damage. We saw this earlier with Hack. This time it happens for Happy. He's now actually going, looking for this damage. There is no anti-air whatsoever. This Banshee is having a field day here, kill after kill. What exactly can Hack do right now? He's trying to build double Vikings, but this is going to take ages. Hack is losing so much to this.
Yeah, and he's losing his contain as well. He's probably going to lose one of these siege tanks that's going to be targeted down. And
is the Banshee still going strong? How many kills does it actually have? I can't believe this. 15, 16. Finally the scan. 17 kills and 18 kills. Wow, Hack is having an FML moment here.
It was so much I had to sneeze about it, but I feel like he could have just pulled his SCVs to his natural. This is the type of multitasking that I think could stand to improve for some of these players. He was not only losing that, but losing all of his units at the contain that he had on Happy. He went from being in an almost perfect position to a terrible position. Now Happy takes a lead, killed so many Harvesters. The worker count now in Happy's favor by 9. Despite the amount of damage done earlier, and the army supply is actually in his favor as well. He's actually just completely turned the table upside down. You could say he even flipped it.
Happy killed 16 Harvesters here. It was actually insane. It was so well done. And this game is really something. I mean, the first one was already really exciting, but they are really going at it now.
Oh, that was weird. That Marine must... That Marine must have been a spy.
Punished him good.
Yeah, I guess so. That puts Hack even further behind, though. Can't be killing his own Marines, man. If a mutiny starts, and Happy's definitely going to get even further ahead.
Probably that was the one guy who started the mutiny, and he was like, nope, you don't. Boom.
Everybody, man. Everybody was against him. Well, we finally have the reactor going up on the starport for Happy. That's one thing he didn't have this whole time. So he does not have the Viking lead, which is actually currently 5-1. Which is not as bad as the odds of escaping from an asteroid field, but it's pretty bad. And it's as is evident by this. Although I don't know how you could ever not kill a Banshee with one scan with 5 Vikings, but we just saw it. Like,
yeah, he used the second one.
That was history in the making right there.
This basically all works in favor of Happy, but it's still Hack who is ahead in supply. It is still Hack who pulls this off, and if we just have a quick look at the unit counting station, the Harvester count is roughly even. Of course, the Air Dome is dominated by Hack. The Siege Tank counts are even as well, so Hack is actually in not really that much of a bad position if you look at this. He lost a lot more resource than his opponent, he lost a ton of SCVs, but he's still pulling it off.
Yeah, it just goes to show that position is important. You know, a tab that never gets talked about is the spending tab, and I always emphasize this because there should be a tab that shows total resources mined, because the spending tab is the closest way to look at that, because it's like, well, he spent more money, that means he had more money, and Hack did deny a ton of mining when he had that contain set up, and that's one of the reasons why he has more stuff right now. I know he's going to catch these tanks on siege. Well, his tank siege up first, and this is going to be pretty good for Hack.
Both of them once again with roughly the same supply though. And now we have the stay mill situation, but more vision for Hack. And Happy, what you gonna do now? He's sending in the reinforcements at the same time. A third base now being established for Hack. Happy already has the third. This is the one advantage that he had early on. He had one additional base. So if he can actually capitalize on this, Hack will fall behind. But as of now, he is still slightly ahead in supply. But his tech is just something that he can't really rely on. He's only getting the +1 attack upgrade, while Happy already gets the +2/+2.
And you're right, he is losing some Marines though. Oh, look at that! Sick bait on the Banshee. There's something I like to call, I don't know if I've ever talked to you about this, maybe it was Doa, but oh my god, this Banshee. There's something I like to call the Viking leash, which is where it's like this invisible rope that goes between the siege tank and the Vikings. So the Vikings don't get into Marine range, but they like are just inside the siege tank range for vision, so that if the Marines try to attack the Vikings, they get shot by the siege tanks. And that's what he's trying to do. See how the Vikings seem like they're kind of pulled by an invisible rope? They never get too far away from the siege tanks. That means that the Marines can't fire on the Vikings, but if he tries to, he's going to take siege tank fire. Beautiful positioning here by Hack.
Yeah, he's executing this so well, taking down another medevac, and now he is in the 24 supply lead, and wow, with the third base not mining for Happy, of course. This is really bad for the Incredible Miracle player. Suddenly, once again, StarTail Hack is getting into position, but there's a run-by of Happy to the bottom right, and this is actually quite the impressive army if you look at things.
Yeah, he needs to siege up that tank at home, and wow.
He does immediately. That will help him so much. And this Banshee for Hack, this is such a nuisance. 4 kills, yeah, of course, but it killed like 4 siege tanks. This is huge, and he's going for it. At the same time, the SCVs had to be pulled, trying to repair the tank and actually shield it. Well done. Hack with a nice defense here, and once again a Banshee doing the damage. The Mule Hammer drops. Hack is in such a great position, and Happy is down to 40 supply. Decides to GG. The StarTail player taking it with 2-0.
And what a game, you know, very back and forth. A great aggressive play by Hack, and then just having the better engagements led to his victory there. The air control was so important. The Vikings just put his tanks into range, even with the amount of Marines he had on the field. He just really could not put them to use because the Vikings were just baiting them. I don't know how else to describe it except that Viking leash term where you keep them in range of your tanks, so you have vision of everything, you can see everything, and then when the Banshee comes in, you're like, well, not only now can you not move, but I'm going to start pushing you back with my Banshee. We're going to take a 5-minute break, guys. When we get back, we're going to have Sniper against Hyun for his EVZ.